want me to go high, so I'm finna go high. They want me to go far.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Chicago Unhinged, where we talk all things Chicago sports. I'm your boy Mike B, and today's video we're gonna talk about some Chicago Bulls. It have been a really a dry spot. This is where things are kind of dead for the Bulls, the Bears, and pretty much just rumors. But one rumor that really caught my attention that I want to get my thoughts and opinion on is that potentially the Bulls could look to trade in into this year lottery, and which I think it's smart on the Bulls end of things to do their due diligence and try to make creative ways to get this roster back to what we think it should be. And I think we got two scenarios that make the most sense for this Bulls team, and that I've seen a lot of people talking about. I want to get my thoughts and opinion on. And that's one is trading for the number 3 pick, and the other one is trading for the number 10th pick, which I think both are really realistic option, with the 10th pick being more of the realistic option. But let's talk about the 3rd pick at hand. The reason why I think this is probably not as likely to happen is because this Bulls team said it plenty of times that they don't plan on going into a rebuild. So I can see them trading for this 3rd pick only if they really come to a decision that it's time to tear this thing down and bring it back up. Because if they wanted to rebuild, they could have did this when they first got into the office, but they choose not to. They choose to make some very strong moves that kind of didn't really, get to what we thought it was going to be. But two options that they could trade for number 3 pick, one being DeMar DeRozan. I don't see that happening unless DeMar DeRozan gives the Portland Trailblazers a hint that he's going to re-up with them, because if you do trade for DeMar DeRozan and he walks, I really believe the Portland Trailblazers is going to really kill that front office for really making that trade. Zach LaVine is probably the more realistic trade option, but like I said, if you trade in Zach LaVine, you're basically saying you're going to rebuild. And I'm pretty sure Zach could probably be cool with going to Portland to go play with a guy like Damian Lillard, and Portland is really close to Seattle where Zach grew up, and that's home for him. But I don't see this move happening because, like I said, the Bulls don't want to rebuild. They rather retool this thing, which is the other option. Trading for the 10th pick is more realistic because you got a Dallas team that's desperate to build a team around Luka Doncic, and that could probably pair Vooch and Luka, who are two good best friends, and will probably be forced to trade that 10th pick to us. And if let's say they do trade that 10th pick to us, you got to throw in some salary to match Vooch, and this is who I would accept. I would take David Bertans, who was making $17 million, but the following year he got a team option I could decline to free up some cap space for the following season. And I'll also take JaVale McGee, who also on a $5 million contract, and next year on the team option I can also decline. So basically, I'm getting the 10th pick, which is for the future. I can make a pick. I could go 2 different ways. I could take Grady Dick or Jordan Hawkins, 2 good shooting guards who can really shoot the ball real well. We do need shooters, and why not get a young shooter we can develop into being a good player? Or I can use that 10th pick to trade back and take a guy like Derek Lively, who can be the center, who can block shot, grab rebound, be that paint defender that the Bulls desperately need. And you don't really have to. I think he'll probably fit with this team more because you don't have to dump it down to the paint to him. He can really get the balls off a tip dunk, alley-oop, cleaning up the board, offensive rebounds, and what. Like, I think he'll fit well with DeMar and Zach. And now looking towards the future, you can walk into, I want to say 2024, 2025 off season with Lonzo off the books, DeMar off the books, David Bertans declined his option, declined JaVale McGee, and you probably only have Zach LaVine, Patrick Williams, Kobe White, Dalen Terry, and the 10th pick, wherever that may be. And now you in very much good situation to maneuver around to get the guy that you want. You're not in salary cap hell where you just stuck to limited options. You can really go out there and do them and get and move how you want to move, and probably get you another max guy to go along with Zach LaVine, and hopefully improve Patrick Williams, Kobe White, Dalen Terry, Ayo Dosunmu. Now you're in a very good situation. So that's why I think that 10th pick is more of a realistic thing. It will help this Bulls team get back on track financially, and you can still get younger as well. So, and you still can be in the playoff picture for this upcoming season, because you still will have Zach and DeMar on this team, and you can build the pieces around those two guys. So I think this is the way to go if the Bulls really want to make a trade to change things up. This is the way to go, because at the end of the day, we've seen this Bulls big three ceiling, and you got to make a move. Somebody has to go, and if you really want to get back into the lottery, that's the way to go right there. So let me know what you guys' thoughts and opinion. Bulls Nation, leave it down in the comment section. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.